Hello, everyone. We are back again with Voices for a New Humanity. I am Eliza Bloom Robinson, and we are playing with Voices of a New Humanity because there's something really new happening in and through this pandemic. And it's different, really, for everybody. Yet there's this underlying sort of open, expansive experience. So I'm talking to all kinds of different people about what that experience is for them and how it's showing up in their world. So today I am thrilled to have my friend Lorna Munro from Scotland, Scottish Isles, yay, here with us today. Lorna is a holistic practitioner. She has a list of certificates this big. And she does hands-on modalities and hands-off modalities and breath work and all kinds of things. Shamanic, she's a shamanic practitioner, and she has a human toolbox. When she told me that, I'm like, I just had this picture of what that is, which I have no idea if that's really what it is or not. But she also most recently is really working at a soul-to-soul level with, I'm going to say coaching, but I would imagine it's much more than coaching. It's probably very transformational and experiential and expansive. So welcome, Lorna. I'm so glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here too. Thank you.
Yeah.
And can I just say it's the Scottish Highlands?
Oh, Scottish Highlands, not Scotland. Okay.
The islands are...
And I said islands, yeah. I know you're always around water.
Always around water. Yes, surrounded by it.
Beautiful. Well, Lorna and I met a few months ago when I stepped into a sort of a new community of people, and we play in the quantum groove, and we play with miraculous maestros, and we play with really lining up to that which is becoming. And my language is our being. What is it that our being is in our becomingness? And what is our becomingness in our being? So Lorna, I would love to just sort of giving you a wide open, like, how is that? Like when we're leaning into, when we're popping into, when we're lining up with the new humanity, how is that showing up for you? And what are you experiencing in that?
Well, when you said pop in there, that's literally what it can be like. I'm really susceptible to the energies of what's going on in the world right now, and I feel deeply what other people are sort of experiencing too. So it's been a bit of a roller coaster, because in one place you've got the pandemic and how everybody's reacting to that, and it's a bit like, ooh, and then I've got us guys in our community, and it's like well, talking to myself here, but I see it as a great change, and I think, and I feel that eventually good will come from this, but it's here already. It's like the future's here now, and it's so hard to put into words.
It is, isn't it?
It's really hard to put into words, but it's a lightness of spirit. It's just a knowing that these times, these times, we've had our own journeys to come through, and me as well, and being there, done that with suffering, and it's no longer here. So it became a journey of unlearning and being and becoming. So what do I want to become now? What's the next possibility? What's there now to be looking at? And even like yesterday, I've met so many beautiful people and souls in this new communities that we all seem to be thriving in.
Yeah.
It's not about surviving, it's about thriving. And that's what it is for me. And so 90% of the time, it's like I'm in that high vibe place of you can wake up in the morning and decide to pop into it.
Right.
Or not.
And that it is a pop. It's the language I've been using. I'm glad that you popped into it. Well, probably because that's what our community is doing. But it is like, in the past, it was like laborious. You'd sit and you meditate for an hour or two, or you do your practices, or, and now it's like you just choose. You just go, let's pop. Let's move there. And everything changes. It's very paradoxical, isn't it?
It's quite profound sometimes because you just feel it. You
Yeah.
feel yourself shifting. It's quite profound. So when you said about the poppy, that's what I was feeling as well. It's like there's a new language brewing as well. Like we talk about popping and zinging and new language coming up around the new humanity. I think the new humanity is having a new language as well.
Yeah, there's I have an experience of that, and I also have an experience of like I want to use the same language, but it means something totally different.
Ooh, yeah. I get that. Do you think then it's maybe in the tone of how we're talking about it and expressing it?
Well, the embodiment of it. It's like I've been talking about new humanity for a decade, and I've been talking about aligning up for a decade, but now it's so fast, and now it's like, but now there's not words because it's like, it can sound like completely and totally woo-woo, but the other piece is it becomes so practical, right? It's like it's so applicable to this moment and this moment and this moment.
That's yesterday. Like felt surreal to me. It was, I know. I mean, I follow sort of astrology as well, and I know planets are all doing crazy things that they haven't done in a long time, and I just feel that interconnectedness, that we're all connected to everything. So, and I think it was you that mentioned the all. We've been hearing about the one for a long time, and that's a new age circle. But now it's the all, and I'm like, that resonates with me, how we're all connected. And I feel like we can all get into that now. This is the time for it. And obviously there'll be peaks and troughs, but if we can stay in that high vibe place, we know that it lifts other people as well. I'm witnessing that just by having Zoom calls with family, and it's my daughters and I, we've got a group conversation going on WhatsApp, and whereas we had sort of been not estranged as such, but we weren't really talking that much. Now all of a sudden we've come together, and it's like, this is great. And even like speaking to them now, I can come out with things and not be classed as woo-woo or crazy, which is great for me because I just dropped the seeds. And then they seem to come back and go, that thing you were talking about, well, they're showing more of an interest without without me saying anything. And I'm finding I'm able to explain things in a way that they can understand without it sounding that too woo-woo.
Without being too, it's like the soil is ripe, right? It's like in this whole, I keep saying that this whole sort of planetary wobble, it's like, whoa, has loosened and softened some places so that those of us who are already playing there pop even more, and other people, it's like you say, it's like, it's interesting. It's like, it's not threatening anymore. Maybe it's that we're not pushing it on people anymore. It's just that it's more in our beingness.
If I like, attracted to that then as well, I think.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
So it's great that all these little movements are moving and evolving now. And it's just, definitely a new language, a new human is evolving.
Yeah. So I know recently you were having something came into the group, and it was about somebody trying to get home, and we just did this collective zing up, and then like everything opened. Would you just speak into that experience for you?
That's right. Yes, because one of my friends, she knows that I was in our group. She was having a struggle to get some trains and stuff, and she said, "Can you ask your group to make things happen for me?" And it happened instantly. I said, "Right, okay, I'm on it." Put the post in, and no sooner had I done that, and she texted back and said, "That's it. I've got a train out of here on Saturday." I was like, "Whoa!" I mean, that's only one small thing, but there's so many others.
Well, there's so many others.
We've all got a story to tell around that.
Yeah, there's so many, and I think I I think it feels like you go, what just happened? It feels very magical and mysterious and exciting, and it just feels like that we just line up with this possibility, and it's just open, just open. Like, and the other thing though is no expectation, right? You can't go, I'm going to zing for this particular outcome. It's not that at all. It's something different.
Yes, yes, definitely. It just feels so good, and then opportunities come in. Well, they have been coming for me as well, and yeah, and it's just saying yes to them without hanging about. You just sort of know, yeah, this is right. This feels good. Yes.
It's so
So
fast, isn't
you're
it?
not giving it that brain fog and stuck in your head going. And that's big for me, to be just accepting what's coming in into my awareness, the people that are coming in and saying yes or no if it doesn't feel right, obviously. But the majority of the time it feels right
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
feels good. And it's like, oh, I mean, because my thing is through my own journey and knowing now that we're going into this newness, that we're in it, you just want to take everybody with you,
You do.
don't you?
Yeah.
And
Because
it's
it's so
like,
yummy.
yeah, because it feels so good and juicy, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, what's next?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's, you just want to take everybody with you, and hope that they can feel it as well. Definitely.
I think that's part of why we're doing these conversations, is just to plant the seeds
Mm.
and for people to feel it's like it's not scary. It's just so it's sparkly, it's light, it's light, it's light, three different ways to say light, right? It's fun, it's expansive, and there's so much connection. The other piece that I'm finding, and I would just love to know your input on that too, is that the collaborative, like when we come together, like I can be over here zinging up, but when we come together, it just,
Oh yes, it's instant, absolutely instant. It's like a double whammy, isn't
yeah,
it? It's we can do it on our own, but when we call each other in, it feels like it's a double whammy of power. You can just tap into it, and you can even sense the other people there as well.
yeah,
You can feel them with
you can
you
feel them.
doing it, aligning and singing.
Yeah. Like you said, that I said about the allness, it's like we're taking oneness to a whole new level, and connection at just
Yeah,
soul levels. And here we are across the planet from each other having this conversation. And how cool is that?
absolutely, because there's like no time or space.
Yeah.
You start to see that time zones don't mean anything really.
That's right. Times they don't, except for when you get them confused.
Well, that's true. I mean, because but we can connect anytime. We can give a time and say, well, this is happening then, and we just like line up for that. And
Yeah.
like you say, there's no expectations. We just know it's going to happen.
We just do. We just do. And I'm so grateful to know you, to be connected to you, to be playing with you. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to post links so you can find Lorna in the video description. So feel free to reach out to either of us. And if you're intrigued by this at all, come join us in New Humanity Now. I'm Eliza with Lorna, and we wish you all a very zinged up, blessed day. Bye.